Joining me now is the best-selling author of groundbreaking books, including The War on the West, The Strange Death of Europe, and his latest on democracies and death cults. Douglas Murray, let's start with another big win and payout from a media organisation to Donald Trump. Paramount Global has agreed to pay $16 million to settle a legal dispute with the US president regarding a deceptively edited 60 Minutes interview with Kamala Harris, broadcast on CBS. Let's have a look at an example of this deception. Let's have a look at what Kamala said in The Real Answer and what 60 Minutes put to air.
But it seems that Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening.
Well, Bill, the work that we have done has resulted in a number of movements in that region by Israel that were very much prompted by or a result of many things, including our advocacy for what needs to happen in the region.
But it seems that Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening.
We are not going to stop pursuing what is necessary for the United States to be clear about where we stand on the need for this war to end.
Just a subtle difference there. The deception was an attempt to tip the scales in favour of the Democratic Party, it was alleged, in the presidential election. It didn't work, Douglas, and it was an expensive exercise.
It is extraordinary, isn't it? I mean, you can sort of almost have a little bit of nostalgia, Rita, don't you, for remembering those days when we had to hear Kamala Harris fudging her way through questions as if she was a sort of really, school-age child desperately trying to cover over for the fact that she hadn't done her homework. I mean, it's just excruciating. Hearing her, remembering those wonderful Kamala dialogues, that's why we've done things that needed to be done, which if we hadn't have done the things mightn't have been done in a very real sense for America. I mean, it's just so astonishing that she was ever at the level of candidacy that she was, and indeed in the position that she was as the second most powerful person in the United States. And, this is all just a reminder that despite her obvious inadequacy for the role of vice president, let alone president, there were so many people in the media, let alone the Democratic Party, who were just like wafting her upwards, covering for her, telling us, like with Biden, that she was at the peak performance, the best feat we'd ever had, totally on top of all issues. And yet you see in the unedited tape what we all knew, which was that she was hopelessly out of her depth, as indeed was her boss. But the fact that so much of the media was willing to help her in that really is pretty astonishing. And I think anyone who doesn't think otherwise should just think, what would it be like if we'd found that a media interviewer had covered for Trump in that way, and that he had been floundering, or J.D. Vance had been found totally floundering on a question of geopolitics like this? It's really extraordinary.